Good morning, dear students. On the today's lecture, we are going to continue with the concept of ratio analysis, right? In the earlier two lecture, we studied about what is the ratio analysis is all about. It is applicable to the business unit, yeah, as well as it is applicable for the financial institution. If you ask me in a one word what is the ratio analysis is all about, I can immediately reply that it is just showing the percent performance of the any institution, whether it is production or the financial institute, in a percentage. And with the help of that percentage, you can easily acquire the knowledge regarding financial soundness of that particular firm or the financial institution. We studied about the activity ratio, profitability ratio, liquidity ratio. Number of ratios are there. But whenever we study about such a concept, we have to focus on what are its importance, why it is necessary to study under the title of credit and risk management, why the every business unit is engaged into calculating their ratio analysis. So let we start with the importance of ratio analysis. The first important of that is the financial statement analysis. It is very much necessary to identify what is the actual financial strength of that particular business unit or the financial institution. Understanding the financial statement are the important for stakeholders for the company or the financial institution. Ratio analysis help in understanding the comparison of these members. Furthermore, it helps to estimate the number of income statement balance sheet for the future. Means whenever you analyze the present statement of any financial institute, it will help you to decide about the future plan. For example, it is also helpful for the equity stakeholders. Dividend payout ratio, while the creditors observe the debt to the equity ratio, gross margin ratio, and debt to the asset ratio. These are the various types of ratio we already studied in the last lecture. But with the help of that, you can easily understand what is the financial condition of that particular financial institute, and it is helpful you to take the decisions regarding it. The second one is all about the efficiency of company. Ratio analysis is nothing but showing you the percentage performance of that particular, means it is just a performance showing by the percentage, because all the time you does not have time to analyze briefly the financial institute of any firm. So with the help of ratio analysis, with the help of that given statement, with the help of that given ratios, you can easily find out what is the functions of that particular business firm and whether it is financially sound or not. So if you want to check the financial company, then ratio analysis is useful. Ratio analysis is important in understanding the company ability generate profit, return on the asset, return on the equity, tells us how much profit the company is able to generate, or the asset of the firm and the equity investment in the firm. While the gross margin operating margin ratio tells us the company's ability to generate the profit, sales, and operating efficiency. When you think about the production unit, then such types of dimension you can study. But when you are focusing on the financial institute regarding importance of the ratio analysis, then it will help you to identify the profit level of net profit, gross profit level of that particular financial institute, as well as it generate over the asset of the firm, equity investments of the firm, while the gross margin and operating margin ratio tells the profit sales. Means here just you have to focus. If you want to identify the efficiency, if you want to compare it with the past performance, then ratio analysis is very much useful. Now the third point is all about the planning and forecasting. Any financial institute is engaged into enhancing their bank business by expansion of that particular unit, or the branch expansion should be there, establishment of the various bank. This is nothing but the planning which is involved into the financial institute, and with the help of ratio analysis you can easily find out what is our financial strength, and with the help of that they can plan about future and forecast about future. You know the meaning of forecast means estimation of future demand. From the management and the investor point of view, the ratio analysis helps to understand, estimates the company's future financial operations. Ratio form for past financial statement and analysis to help the estimating the future financials, budgeting and planning for the future operation. For that, I want to explain one example. Before 15 days, the news came out that Bajaj Finance will turn into the bank. And with the help of that particular news, the share of Bajaj is drastically increases by the 900 rupees. In a day, can you imagine guys? Means from the view of investor, from the point of view of the investors and the management, ratio analysis is very much helpful for them regarding investment in that particular equities, regarding you can say the deposits in that particular firm. म्हणजे तिथं आपल्याला काय फायदा होणार आहे गुंतवणूकदाराला देखील रेशो अनालिसिस खूप जास्त उपयोगी पडतो, कारण विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दॅट दे कॅन इझिली फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज द पोझिशन ऑफ अवर बँक इन द मार्केट and what will be the potential returns we gain from it, even from the equities or you can say from the investments. So it is helpful for them for the planning and forecasting about their future investment. Now we are turning towards the fourth point, that is identifying the risk and taking the corrective action. When you are engaged into the financial activity, रिस्क अरायझेस, दॅट इज द मॅन्डेटरी कंडिशन. मीन्स जसं आपण इकॉनॉमिक्समध्ये म्हणतो द सर्टन थिंग इन द बिझनेस इज द अनसर्टनिटी, सेम लाईक दॅट द रिस्क इज द अनअवॉइडेबल फॅक्टर इन द फायनान्शियल ॲक्टिव्हिटी. अँड द मेन motto of any financial institute is to avoid the risk or to decrease the risk. रिस्क अराईज ही होणारच आहे, फक्त ती टाळता कशी येईल, ती कमी कशी करता येईल, याच्यासाठी फायनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्यूट काम करत असतात. आणि फॉर दॅट रेशो अनालिसिस इज व्हेरी मच हेल्पफुल फॉर दॅम, बिकॉज वेन एवर यू काउंट द लिक्विडिटी रेशो, वेन एवर यू काउंट द डेप्ट इक्विटी रेशो, और यू कैन से द एक्टिविटी रेशो, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी रेशो विथ द करंट asset, current liability, you can easily find out the financial strength of the company or the financial institute. And if you are in a risk, if you are facing the problem, if you are in a recession, if you are facing the bad you can say the bad phase, then you can take the various provision or the corrective actions to avoid such a risk. The company operate under the various business market operation related to the risk. The ratio analysis help in understanding this risk and help the management to prepare the necessary action. The leverage ratio help the performing the sensitivity analysis of the various factor affecting on the company's profitability, like sales, cost, debt, and financial leverage ratio like interest coverage ratio and the debt coverage ratio, how much the company is dependent upon the external capital source, and the company's ability to repay the debts. Means with the help of ratio analysis, you are not just identifying the profitability ratio or the you can say the liquidity ratio, but the leverage ratio is very important concept where you have to study the sensitivity of that particular financial institute with the market, because of there are number of competitors arise in the market, monetary policies fluctuate, number of you can say the number of things off balance sheet affect on your banking institutes. आणि मग तिथं विथ द हेल्प ऑफ लिव्हरेज रेशो तुम्ही ते फाइंड आउट करू शकता आणि त्याच्यानुसार तुम्ही काही ॲक्शनसुद्धा घेऊ शकता, कारण फायनान्शियल इन्स्टिट्यूट म्हटलं की रिस्क ह्या येणारच आहेत. मग त्या रिस्क कमी करण्यासाठी, अवॉइड करण्यासाठी आपल्याला करेक्टिव्ह ॲक्शन्स तिथं घेतल्या पाहिजेत. तर विथ द हेल्प ऑफ रेशो अनालिसिस इट कॅन बी पॉसिबल. द नेक्स्ट विथ द पेअर कॉम्पिटिशन. आता जसं मी तुम्हाला कंपॅरिझन, पेअर कंपॅरिझन ॲज वेल ॲज टू फेस द कॉम्पिटिशन. आता एक लक्षात घ्या, बँक ॲज अ होल जेव्हा आपण कन्सिडर करतो तेव्हा त्याचंही बायफर्गेशन विविध ब्रांचेसमध्ये होत असतं. एखादी ब्रांच खूप चांगलं काम करत असते, एखादी ब्रांच चांगलं काम करत नसते. बट जेव्हा तुम्हाला एक कंपॅरिझन करायचं असतं, तो मुद्दा त्यांनी इथं सांगितलेला आहे. द इन्व्हेस्टर्स ॲज वेल ॲज द कंपनीज मॅनेजमेंट मेक द कंपॅरिझन विथ द कॉम्पिटिटर्स ऑफ द कंपनी, अंडरस्टँड द इफिशियन्सी, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, मार्केट शेअर. The ratio analysis is helpful for company to perform the SWOT analysis. What is the SWOT? SWOT is just to identify the strength, weaknesses, opportunity and the threat. That is the SWOT analysis. in the market. It also tells whether the company is able to perform the growth or not in the period of past financial and whether financial position is improved or not. Means with the help of ratio analysis, you can make the comparison between your branches as well, and it will help you to identify which is the weaker bank, weaker branch is there, which is the financial sound branch is there, and with the help of that information you can take the various actions to improve the weak sections or the weak branches of the your financial institutes. Means peer comparison means here you, with the help of ratio analysis, just you have to compare the financial soundness within your internal branches. So here they mention that the investor as well as the company management makes the comparison with the competitors company to understand the efficiency, profitability and market share. And so ratio analysis help you to identify the SWOT. SWOT is for the strength, weaknesses, opportunity and threats. Now we are turning towards the better source of communication. Ratio analysis is important while presenting the finance of the companies. To undertake the ratio, it make easy to understand the complex and huge number. Sometimes the number can be deceitful, which leads to the investor losing their confidence. But the ratio analysis help the investors to understand the proper position of the company after the comparison and help them to keep the investing in the business. जसं मी तुम्हाला याच्यासाठी एक उदाहरण देऊ शकते की तिथे येस बँक नावाची एक बँक होती. काही कारणास्तव त्यांच्यामध्ये थोडासा घोटाळा, आता त्या स्कॅमचं आपल्याला काही बोलायचं नाही आहे, परंतु काही कारणास्तव बँक लिक्विडेट करायची वेळ आली किंवा आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की बँकरप्टसी झाली. अशा वेळेस एका न्यूजमुळं ह्या येस बँकेचे शेअर्स खूप डाऊनला गेलेले होते आणि दुसऱ्या दिवशी न्यूज आली की ICICI विल टेक ओव्हर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर येस बँक. अशा वेळेस त्याचे शेअर्स लगेच 2 दिवसात इतके टॉपचे वाढले. यामध्ये सुद्धा तुमच्या राकेश झुनझुनवालानं सगळ्यात जास्त शेअर्स होल्ड करून ठेवलेले आहेत, कारण यू नो देअर इज इंटरनल मॅनिप्युलेशन इज देअर आणि मग डिमांड अँड सप्लायचा लॉ तिथे अफेक्ट होतो. आणि अशा वेळेस जेव्हा जास्त स्टॉक एखादा होल्ड केला जातो, एखाद्याच माणसाकडनं होल्ड केला जातो, तेव्हा त्याच्या प्राइजेस वाढण्याची शक्यता ही खूप जास्त असते. म्हणजे हे बऱ्याच वेळेस असं होतं की सगळ्यात जास्त शेअर्स एखाद्या इन्व्हेस्टर्सनं तिथे घेऊन ठेवले. म्हणजे विथ द हेल्प ऑफ रेशो अनालिसिस द बेटर कम्युनिकेशन कॅन बी टेक प्लेस अँड विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दॅट investment decisions can be affected. So here they explain that ratio analysis is important while presenting the financial of the company to its stakeholders. Ratio make it easy to understand their complex and huge number. It is also applicable to the financial institutes. Sometimes the number can be deceitful, which leads to the investor losing the confidence. Sometimes ते जे काही रेशो अनालिसिस आहे ना, ते नेहमी काही फेवरेबल असतील असं नाही आहे, कधी कधी ते अनफेवरेबलही असतील. इट शुड बी इट कॅन बी द डिसिटफुल अँड इट विल अफेक्ट्स द इन्व्हेस्टर्स कॉन्फिडन्स. मग तसं झालं नाही. येस बँकेमध्ये लोकांचे जे शेअर्स होते त्यांनी ते विकायला पटपट सुरू केले का आता येस बँक बुडणार आहे म्हणून. अरे पण नेक्स्ट डेला जेव्हा ICICIने डिक्लेअर केलं की वी आर गोइंग टू टेक ओव्हर द येस बँक, झपाझप हे शेअर्स तिथं वाढलेले होते. म्हणजे तिथं एक प्रकारचं डिसिटफुल नंबर्स तिथं दिसल्यामुळं, रेशो अनालिसिस दिसल्यामुळं, बँकरप्टसी झाल्यामुळं लोकांचा कॉन्फिडन्स लूज झाला आणि दे स्टार्टेड selling their shares at whatever the price it may be. But on the next day when the ICICI declared the decision of the takeovering Yes Bank, and immediately the shares goes up. This is nothing but the effect of, you can say, the soundness of the financial soundness of the company. Next is the financial solvency. The company ability to pay the short-term debt is determined by its liquidity. Current ratio, acid test ratio tells us whether the company is able to pay the short-term obligations within a year. The companies continuously run analysis on the past financial statement to understand, prepare for the payment and the short-term obligations. Means here you have to consider if any bank is the financially sound, if it is financially strong, then they can pay their short-term liabilities immediately with because their liquidity ratio is strong. For that, we calculate the current ratio, acid test ratio, and whether the company is able to its short-term obligation within a year. The company continuously run analysis on the past financial statement to understand, prepare for the payment on the short-term obligations. This is nothing but the financial solvency. Here just you have to remember that what is the financial solvency means the understanding that particular capacity of that particular financial institution, whether it is capable to solve their short-term liability or repair their short-term liability, and when it is possible, when and when only their liquidity ratio is strong, means their cash holding capacity is efficient, then and then only it can be possible. The next one is about the decision making. Ratio provide very important information for the operational efficiency of the company and the utilization of the resources by the company. It's a management to forecast the planning for the future, new goals, concentrate on the different market, etc. The ratio provide very important information, operational efficiency and its utilization of the resources by the company. Means this ratio analysis not only useful for you and me like investors, but it is useful for the bank employees or the management to take various decisions or the decision making. So the ratio provide the important information for the operational efficiency. Next one is about the trend line. Trend line in the sense you have to what is the identification of the performance from past to present. The ratio analysis gives us the trend line which indicate whether the company is able to perform over the period or not. Company gather the data from the past reporting period. Trend line form any used understanding and judge the future performance and any possible issue which cannot be found from just 1 year to the 1 year of a ratio analysis. Means ratio analysis gives us the trend line which indicate whether the company is able to perform over the period or not. With the help of the trend line you can easily identify the performance of that particular financial institute in the present with the past. The companies gather the data for the past reporting period. The trend line form can be used to understanding judge the future performance. Means it not just showing you what is your past performance, but it is also help you to identify or it is help you to forecast about your future plan. This method this concept is given here. Okay, now we are turning towards the next point is the important tool. Means for analyzing the financial condition or the financial statement, ratio analysis is very important tool. Financial analysis of the company cannot be done without the ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is important tool to require the performance, all action, whether the comparison with the peer company, measuring the efficiency of the company in the various aspects, creating the financial models of the company and forecast the future performance. Means for analyzing or assessing any financial statement of the any financial firm or the unit, then ratio analysis, without ratio analysis is not possible. It also help you to understand the performance of all the actions and comparison with their branches. So it is the brief analysis of the financial statement of the particular financial institutes. And the last point is all about all in a one package. Ratio analysis include all the types of ratio. So it is called as a all in one package. Here you can see that the ratio analysis include the ratio which measure the various aspects of the business like liquidity, efficiency, solvency, leverage, profitability, market value. It gives the reliable information to the investments and the management for all the perspective to make their own decision. An investor should not depend upon just one ratio to make the investment decision. It should be performed through the analysis of the various ratio and understanding the meaning of their related to the company's future performance. Means it is all in a one package, means there are number of ratios are involved into that concept, and hence by calculating the ratio analysis of the particular financial institute you can easily identify all the dimensions, whether it is profitability ratio, accounting activity ratio, or you can say the leverage liquidity ratio. Means it is the all financial dimensions are included into that one concept only. This is all about the importance of ratio analysis. So we come to the conclusion that the ratio analysis is important part of understanding the business operations, the ability to perform the market, and the investor is the important perform the ratio analysis from all the angles of the business instead of just one or two angles. Because while some ratios might be provide the positive insight, while some ratios and the others shows the negative impact on the company. And with the help of that, you can easily understand the full picture, that is 360-degree analysis of any financial statement. So it is very important regarding taking various decisions for profit maximization, or you can say increase their liquidity, or to make their financial condition strong in the market. Thank you so much.